Good
morning.
morning.
Yeah, I'm not having one so far.
Monty's got some technical stuff he's trying to deal with. I believe you rearranged your setup. Is that right?
Yeah, I did, but it was bookmap kind of threw everything off. Now it's kind of wacky, but I don't have my market tide working yet. Give me a second.
Got the case of the Mondays this morning. No problem. I'm
just trying
typing
to
up our orb levels. I tweeted out the orb levels for anybody who wants to see that. We're going to have a little bit of a blank screen to start as Monty plays around.
I'm just trying to get bookmap shared because I want to show what we're looking at on it. I don't know if it's going to show or not. So while we're waiting on that.
Let's take a look. I'm looking at ES. We are at the top of the pre-market range. Kind of bounced off it on this 15-minute candle. Excuse me. We're doing a 5-minute. We're testing that orb high. Flipping over and looking at Periscope. Got some kind of extreme positive gamma changes to the upper side, higher side. So that acts as like a little magnet up there. That is a big buying candle to start today, and then it's just kind of hanging out over the last 15 minutes or so from that big first 5-minute candle. Flip over to the 1-minute chart. Obviously going to be a little bit more exaggerated, but you can see a little bit of red pressure back into the zone, pre-market zone. It's not really any sort of objective signal here to take a trade. You want to look and see maybe the 8 holds again. They probably push it up higher on the 5-minute. As we kind of look around, you got the VIX red. You've got TNX flat. Nothing really crazy going there. Gold is red. That's kind of the key one for me. Apple is coming down a little bit, probably due to that Trump phone news, big competitor there. Your NVIDIA is green, 120, up 1.2%. That Apple was a joke, by the way. Don't take that serious, anyone watching. Meta, you're good. Meta up 1.7%. They had news that they're going to be showing ads in WhatsApp. So finding ways to find revenue out of their messaging platform. Once we look, Tesla, poor Tesla, they did their robo-taxi event, and then the Israel-Iran news just basically drowned out the whole thing. So we'll see see if any of that pops in. Oh, we got a big pop on the market. You got a 10-point pop on the market. What we got brewing here?
Around with the U.S., New York. Fed manufacturing index came out. That came out at -16. Forecast is -6. Previous is -9.2. So don't know how that's bullish. I guess maybe they're thinking it's going to force a rate cut.
Yeah, I think everything can be skewed now to force a rate cut. Yeah, I mean, if the manufacturing is, well, no, that was earlier. That was 8:30 Eastern.
Oh,
right?
it was not 8:40. It was 7:30. Why is it showing now? It just popped up. My news is weird.
EU trade chief Slovak to meet U.S. traders in her career. G7. Yeah, G7 could be. G7 summit is this week in Canada, as Led posted on our Discord. Yeah, so you're just going to get tariff talks. That's going to be your headlines. And since they're in person, they're not going to be nasty to each other.
Yeah, they can still be nasty to each other.
It should be. Yeah, so anyway, we did bounce off of this pre-market high zone. We are above the orb high. So a test of 60, 80, 50 could see a move up. We are entering that kind of green approaching red gamma to fuel it to this magnet. So all indicators are showing a little move up. We've got contract roll happened over the weekend on TradingView, and for most, the volume has now showed up on the new contracts for ES. That can mess with levels and all sorts of stuff. So
yeah, so all your platforms you should have rolled to ESU or MESU5. That is the one you want. Do not trade in or M or whatever it was. You want U. U is where the most volume is.
Amen.
Most volume. Most platforms do it. Top Step, they do it for you. TradeOvate asks you to roll. Just hit roll. Yes. TradingView does it on its own. But if you have a platform that does not ask you, yes, you do want to roll. Because if you're looking at the other one, it's a lot different than this one right now. So I'm going to look to see what the difference is in the old one and the new one. So yeah, all my levels I gave out last night was not right. I wanted to look to see what the M was. Yeah, so M is about 50 points below it. So you got the same look. It's just not the same dollar amount. Yeah, CBD just showed. I'm not CBD, but Bookmap. I'm paying more attention to the bubbles and stuff. This 82 level, it showed support there, and then it showed a nice bubble off of it. So that's one we probably should have took long. I am going to pay attention to this more. We're trying to get a little bit better. We're decent on Bookmap anyway. It's not trying to get better at recognizing levels on here. You still got the 82, 83 level kind of right down here at this level still showing. What you want to see is when it comes down, you see a big red bubble, which means that, if I'm correct on this, means I can't share it because my that side's all screwed up right this second. But anyway, when I'm looking, if I see a big red bubble when it's coming down, that means they're absorbing all those orders, and then it means buyers are stepping in, right? Is what it means. I mean, you got sellers, buyers are stepping in. Of course, we're not going to see it yet because next level we got is 60.98 is when we can look big green opposite. But see a big red coming, then you want to see a green bubble after. That means that they absorb those and they're buying it, and you should see a pop.
Good. Yeah. Missed our spot.
Yeah. Well, I've had issues this morning, so I will be okay.
Yeah.
I just got to make sure I don't go crazy and do anything stupid I don't need to do right now. But I do have my book map is working, so that's what I'm cared about. Iran signals it wants to de-escalate hostilities with Israel. Oh, wow. That just came out.
Interesting.
Yeah. That is not really what they have been saying. Now we're going to look for it. We got orders sitting, and I'm not looking at so much at the bigger orders anymore. I'm just looking for levels. So you got orange, red, yellow levels on my book map. So 60.87, even though there's only 54 orders sitting there, it's lit up orange, which means there is some interest there, right? That is the most important thing. Now there's some yellow and orange up at 97, which is could see something up there. Iran said probably it will resume nuclear talks. The U.S. stays out of the fight.
Yeah, when are you going to be done?
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Everyone's being daddy daycare this week. Anybody hadn't seen that old Michael Keaton movie, go back and watch it. It's pretty funny. CBD's at plus 2,700 too, so It is gaining. It got down close to zero at opening. It is not close to zero now. So definitely want to see if it can come back down here and test this and how we react down here if I want to do anything. This is definitely a breakout trade. So you got to be careful with breakout trades. It's just like a breakdown trade. They don't always play out. So you want to see a decent pullback before you get in to do anything. I hadn't looked to see. Let me go look. I did change my colors, so my colors are brighter now, if anybody notices. Thank you. I like the brighter colors. Let's go see. Let's look at something. I'm going to see what Roy named the stream. If he did anything different, he did the same thing he's been doing.
Same thing. Thumbnail's different.
We just talked about changing that up.
No, I was going to, but to be honest, I wanted to talk to you first. I actually have an idea. I need a picture of us for you, and then I can AI cartoon it. That can be kind of because I think our visual faces need to be on the thumbnails.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need nice friendly text pictures from you.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. We'll see.
Yeah, I got you, man. I should have taken the trade.
Roy, have you put anything in your Tasty Trade account yet?
No, dude. My stupid bank, I get all the way to the end, and then it says contact customer support on Plaid. So I'm going to call Tasty Trade today. It's on my to-do.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting. I'm to find out. Actually, it's a nice benefit if you do sign up and put some money in there. So it's like $250 I get.
Yeah, no, I am going to do it. It's
no. I'm not rushing you. I'm just saying I thought it would be something like kind of like Wheatwood would do with the hey, we're going to give you a chance to win one thousandth of an Apple share.
I hope they switch it up and they give away Trump phones September. Every sign up you get a Trump phone. Be pretty good.
Yeah, there you go.
A gold T1.
So yeah, I'm waiting. I haven't put any money in there, but if they give me $250, I might put some money in there and start playing with it a little bit. To be honest with you,
I downloaded the app. That takes some getting used to, as any financial app.
Did you do your margin account or cash account?
Margin.
I did both. I have a margin and a cash account. I don't know which one I'm going to play with yet. No, anybody knows your cash is settled daily. You can day trade with it if you want to. Margin account, you have 3 day trades a week before they get in violation. I was wanting to come down to the 90 level and see, which of course it did. We weren't paying attention. It bounced off of it. Gave us what I was telling you. So it gave a red candle followed by a green one right up, which popped it back up to 98. So we want to see how that goes. Do what?
What's your momentum indicator
at? It is at 37.7.
Holy moly.
Yeah, this is interesting here. So your calls that come down, your volume is still just crazy. So your volume is up. Market tide, same thing. Unlike lead, I do not give a shit about market tide most of the time. So we're going to tell you that right off the bat.
6,100 on ES.
Yep, that was a level that should have been 60-30, but we had to roll contracts and make everything crazy and screw all my levels up. My levels are still there, but it's just when I did my nightly brief, I forgot about the contract roll, and it kind of just made all those levels that I called out as being moot points. But we have hit all the targets to the upside, by the way, anyway, no matter which way you look at it, that I had.
Wowzers.
Yeah, before we changed, so this was June 13th. This is Friday. We came down, made a low. And then when we opened back up here, this was around right below 6,000. So I said, if it reclaims 6,000, then we can move back up. And then, of course, it did. It just looks different here. And my thought process is still the same. Anybody that follows me's thought process is probably not. So zoom out a little bit, see if we see anything.
Some will say, wow, you definitely missed the move right out the open. Trading the open on a Monday is not the wisest approach.
It's like playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, I mean, it can really work out, and then it really can screw you. I mean, we are only 30 minutes in to the market trading open session, so you have to realize, for us, though it looks like we've missed a big move, and we are frustrated that we didn't catch any of this, but the money that we've actually been able to make has been after everything's kind of settled down a bit.
Yeah, I don't have FOMO at all with it. I'm still frustrated. I'm still trying to get this going over here if it's possible. So we're going to try it one more time.
If you feel like you've missed the move or you want to kick a kitten or any of that, just don't worry about it. It's just 30 minutes.
No, you can kick a kitten if you want to, if that's your thing. I won't respect you for doing it, but it's your thing.
You muted my mic.
I didn't mute your mic.
Said the host muted mic.
I hadn't done anything.
Right. What we got? Periscopy. We're in that green gamma that we had kind of shown. Kind of that little nice spot. There's not really much above us. Go ahead.
I need to swap.
Swap it.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but
it's all right.
I'm doing stuff here. Let's see. You want to share screen? Yeah, this thing is still not working the best on the side over here, so I might have to take some more stuff off of it. We'll see if this works. I'm saying it's probably not. Kick a fat kid in Kmart. Are there any Kmarts left anywhere? There used to be one in Corinth. I don't know if there's any anywhere else.
Kmart was one of the companies I did a business study on in college, and basically what kept them afloat so long is they bought the real estate on their all their properties, so they owned all that damn real estate.
Yeah, we knew it was blacked out here. We were trying to share a screen on it. It wouldn't work. So you should see Roy's screen now. We can go back, share my screen.
Thanks, Dirty Harry.
Yeah, we was trying to add it on. It wouldn't add on. So I'm done trying with it today. I'll sit here and get frustrated and won't trade a damn thing. Which might be a good thing. Who knows?
So Sears bought Kmart, right? And then Sears went under?
I don't know about all that.
Pretty sure Sears
bought
Kmart.
It up. Hey, Siri, did Sears buy Kmart? They acquired them in 2005.
Yeah.
There you go. See, it's easy.
The only reason they bought. Go ahead.
On Siri last night. I gave my son some lessons on Siri yesterday. He had to go to work, and he's got this stupid alarm he sets that he keeps setting wrong. And I was like, all you got to do is say, hey, Siri, set an alarm for 7:30 a.m. And Siri said, alarm set for 7:38. I was like, see how easy that is? Like, I don't understand why you struggle with that. Well, I've used this app and it just gradually wakes you up. It's supposed to make you, when you wake up, you don't feel as tired. I was like, that's bull crap. Just use a regular alarm.
Yeah. Does he have an Apple Watch?
No, he didn't like the Apple Watch. I gave him one, but he don't wear it. So that's money wasted. It's a different story.
Do you have a good Father's Day? I hope everybody out there had a good Father's Day.
A boy came over. We watched. I've seen it a few times, but we watched it again. We watched the new Captain America again. I've already seen it, but he hadn't seen it, so we watched it together. First time we've done something like that in a long time. I want to see this 9190 level. I want to see what happens if it comes down to there. That's kind of my spot I'm looking for here. If it gets down there. If it gets down there. CBD is a little elevated. You are getting just a slight little break in your call premiums and your volume's kind of leveling out a little bit. So there is that happening. But we need back down to here. And I just don't know if it's going to give it to me or not. Let me zoom in a little bit over here. I want to see these candles a little bit better. It is funny. So I've always looked at, the green candles and the red candles as being bullish and bearish, which technically are, but you get reversals on green bubbles. You get reversals up on red bubbles. Who knew, right? That is kind of a new on me. I never really paid that much attention to that before till now. And now I'm paying attention to them. Like, the bigger the bubble, then you get the bigger your reversal is going to end up being, typically, or at least it's going to hold. So it's coming down. If it comes down to this 92.50 right around there, I'll look about right here, the bottom of this candle, and it gives me a big red candle. See, it just formed a little red candle and popped back up there. I mean, bubble, not candle, bubble. There's a difference between a candle and a bubble. So on Bookmap, it's absorbing those orders is what it's doing. So when you're looking at Bookmap, all the red, I wish I could show you because I could make it make more sense, but all like your red and stuff, all your orders sitting out there that you're seeing, your levels, those are passive orders sitting there. And I think I've got something better here, Roy, this light version. It takes those bracket orders off so you don't see as much spoofing as you do on the regular. So it's going to take me a little while to get used to not seeing the spoofing, right? But it's coming down. It's one that red bubble is popping right there with that red. Let's see if they turned it green. Ooh. So we might have a little more down. Yep, there you go. Pushed it down. I really want to see it come down and test this 91 level. 92, somewhere around there. I would look to go long down there if that happens. Tide is giving you a little look down. Your volume kind of was headed down, kind of flattening back out. So this might hold here. I really want to see just a little bit more downside before I try to take anything on this, to be honest with you. I think there's a move down. There's a big bubble came out. Let's make this over. There's your support. Now we're going to see if we could work back up to 6,100 would be ideal spot here. 6,100 is what I would like to see. I got 61. I got to take profit here at 61.01, Roy. Might need to pull that down to 6,100. Right on 6,100. That would be our high day up there if it gets. I don't know if they'll get a pop again like we did a minute ago, but I'm seeing orders at 99 and at 61. So we just need a little poppy pop here to get me on there where I need to be. Yeah, order sitting right below 6,100. I don't like. This is on Take Profit Trader, so I need to add back. Come on, pop up here. About $50 up right now. I would like to be a little more. I'd like it to pop up. Like I said, this won't be a huge. I'm probably going to take this. See if we can get $100 on it. 106. That puts it at 98.50. We got order sitting right above that. So we are so close to taking it out. There it is. Boom. There's $100. One trade, 103.75. Using Bookmap. How about that, boys and girls? Roy, are you muted? You're muted, Roy.
Sorry, they were mowing, so I muted. I took it in a combine, but I didn't take it in Profit Trader. I was trying to get that 92.50 level and Take Profit Trader, just never hit it. So
yeah, so I wish I could. This is where I wanted to show you Bookmap. Because right down there where it hit, there was a big red bubble that formed and a big green bubble formed right after they popped it up. So that's kind of why I took it. I could have held and got $150 out of it. That's kind of was my first take profit. But then I was like, you know what? I really don't want to be greedy. So I'm just going to take what I can get on it. But I mean, hey, $100 to start with. There you go. I'm okay with that. Now, I mean, pretty much I'm interested in playing longs, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
I don't really have much interest in shorting up here, even though when it does kind of give. We had a big red bubble there before we got a little move, but it's not following through on the short side yet. So I'm trying to trade momentum, and then I'm looking for a splash to enter to go on to trade with the momentum, and that's why I'm using these bubbles and this to kind of pull back spots to pop back up. Scalp $100 here or there. You know, you do that 4 or 5 times a day, you've had a hell of a day.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of what I'm looking at. Once I get this Bookmap stuff dialed in a little more, I probably will make a video kind of breaking down how you do it, how you use it, how you can use it to help you trade, what we're looking for, all my settings. So if you look, you can't really see it, but we've got pretty much there's a volume profile. So it's a current volume profile and it's a session volume profile. And I'm kind of trading it like you would use a volume profile here, right? We're looking for gaps. We're looking for places of support. And that 90, that 50, that where at level it came down to, that 93 level pretty much is you've had 4,000 or 5,000 orders traded at that level. So you kind of knew that level was going to be something important. And, well, it was, and popped right back off of it. So the more you know, the better you can be, right? Ain't that the same?
Amen.
And see, I kind of want to get Tide on that too, because Tide is steadily just coming down. Volume is still going up, but your premiums are coming down. So that is not always the case with me trading this. So I'm trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to get the huge moves on this. I'm trying to get, and can you get big moves on it? Absolutely. But I'm just trying to scalp it and get some here or there. And hopefully it'll work out. One trade in though, and one win. So boom, there you go.
just kind of hanging out here. SPX is at 60.42. So we kind of want to look at that 60.50 level and see what it does. If you go to Periscope, you're seeing a little shift from red gamma to green gamma at 60.60. Not a huge amount. But this was the magnet we kind of identified this morning, and it's now centrally in it. So, oh, where's my cone? Where's the cone? I don't have the cone up this morning. Let me refresh. Oh, there's the cone. So we're way outside the cone, which not surprising given the little pop this morning. So we are a little extended on the RSI on the 10-minute. That doesn't necessarily mean we're coming down, but it could mean we could chop about. We are back above this hourly trend line. So
right, it's the thing on Periscope where they were talking about the gamma and all that and the cone and everything. It'd say be careful putting too much weight into that just because you've got such an influx at open. So it could be skewed. Right. So you definitely want to watch it later on the day because the majority of your contracts come in at open. They're closed and open at open. So that's kind of what their warning was, just to be careful with it. I mean, you've been spot on using it. So I'm not trying to change the way you look at it.
You're good.
Right above here, 6102.75, 6103 is kind of a level that it could see some rejection on. We've got some passive orders sitting up there. You'll hear that more often now, passive orders. These orders are just hanging out there, right? So, but when I did this, when I'm using this light version on ES, it kind of took a lot of the bots out, which is actually a good thing. Anybody notice you saw a lot of times be like, oh, they popped them orders in and out, in and out, in and out. Well, I'm not getting that as much now. I'm getting more straight line orders. So it's going to take me a little while to get used to it because I'm not seeing the hundreds of orders. I'm seeing the 50s to 70s is what most of them are. 50s is a big order when you come to just regular trading. So we're kind of looking at it that way now. Your delta overall is, you got positive delta to the downside. You got negative delta to the upside, which means that we could be, like Roy said, we could be running out of steam a little bit up here. Something else to watch. Well, we just went negative delta to the downside. So delta, when you're looking at delta is the difference pretty much between the ask and the bid. That's where you're coming from your delta from. If one side is higher than the other, if it's positive, that means that it's higher delta, which means they're wanting to move it back up. If it's negative delta, well, that means that you have more sellers and you do buyers, so they want to bring it back down. It's kind of how you look at the delta. So being negative delta to the upside and positive delta to the downside, I don't know what that means yet. I'm still learning this. And the delta, by looking at the delta, it changes. Like we just went negative to positive, positive to negative, but now we're just back and forth because you're getting all these orders coming in at once and you're calculating all this at once. CVD is kind of the overall, the whole session, right? It takes all the positive orders, takes all the buys and all the sales, and that's where you get your CVD number from. Positive means that it's been higher. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but it means overall your buyers have been in control, which right now we can tell bulls are in control, right? I said 6,000 yesterday. I mean, it's really, once it got above this, like 60.45, that was, bulls have had it ever since then. I love this spot, but it never came back and tested it. I was hoping we'd come back and get a test here at open. We did not. We popped it open. It was working that way. If it was here, I would have really went long. Probably a good bit there to pop that back up, but it didn't do that. So we had to adjust. So all that being said, I'm $100 up on the day, but we could be better. We're going to try to move this where these $100 become 500 to $1,000 a day. That's my goal. And then we can fix some stuff. Oh, I don't know if we mentioned this. I was busy. Roy might have mentioned this morning. We do have a short week this week. Thursday is a holiday. The market is closed on Thursday. So we will only be with you guys Monday through Wednesday this week. We are not trading on Thursday. I would suggest you do not trade on Thursday, but if you see some setups you like, by all means go for it. But usually you have lower volume on those holidays, and typically it's not worth trying to take a chance on. Kind of our thoughts on it, but you can still make good money if you are very consistent. You don't do anything crazy, right? You follow your rules and kind of go that way. Roy, what you thinking now?
Well, we're static up here. I'm debating on just kind of just letting it go and setting alerts if something comes up. Because we need to set your anchored VWAP. We're way above your anchored VWAP. We're way above the 8. It's been just a bullish start to the day, so it's not that it's a set it and forget it type of day, but you just have to be careful. So I'm trying to calculate if I want to. I still got my micro strategy calls I was looking at. They're slightly down from Friday, up overall, but yeah, just soaking it all in, figuring out next steps. Bitcoin is ripping. It's up 1.5%, back over 107,000. IWM's up 1.2%, 211. Qs are up 1.4%. Financials are up 1.5%. It is just all the things. Nuclear, one of my nuclear plays is up 14%. That hurts. SMR. I'm out of it. Yeah.
I forgot.
So I was just kind of taking my stroll around the park here.
I sold most of my MSTR long. I held one. It's down a little this morning, so no worries there. My Tesla calls are not great right now. I should have sold those maybe Friday and then redid them today. That would be probably a good idea. I want to see this come down. We got orders right below 6,100. We got a level there. We got a little level here that it might hold. We are getting a big red bubble here, so watch for a pop-up. And then get a green one right behind it, so not yet. Even knowing you'd think that would be a good sign to go long. No, not yet. We want to see this thing settle. And then go from there. I want to see this. I really want to see 6,100 test.
Yeah.
But not giving me the 6,100 test.
Had a big shift in gamma above us. So 60-60, there are position now more in that 60-60 range on SPX. So you could come down here, grab some support, and just kind of linger and then push its way back up. Honestly, I hadn't even looked at Tide. Let me go over there.
Yeah, it's volume is still holding. You got mine up. Volume's still holding steady, so unless that cracks, right?
Yeah. So the first sign, a little dip, it popped up. So
yeah, I was wanting a little more before I took it, and it did not give me a little more. So it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is gold being red. Kind of gives you a little bit more peace to go long on, obviously the open or near it. But it was Tide just had a big shift on premium call side.
Volume dropped some too, so yeah, be careful here. Israeli military, we are continuing to strike military targets in central Iran. Iran asked Qatar and Saudi Arabia and Oman to ask Trump to press Israel to agree to immediate ceasefire. Okay. Came down and made that big green bubble, that red bubble that I wanted to see, and popped right off of it, Roy. And I was Too busy reading headlines. But I don't like it here because you just got a big green bubble. It kind of pushed it back down. So, now a big red bubble. You want to see this more. You got a key level right above us. You got 6103.50 where you got a good many orders sitting at. And that's kind of where we came up right to it. And then now we're going to see if they can go through it. They cut through those, and we could see possibly 6106. But you can see it struggling here at this 6103.50 level. It's amazing what I'm looking at today compared to what I was looking at Friday. It just baffles me. Still looking at the same stuff, but it's digesting it differently today. And we don't have the problem where I'm sitting there saying, damn, I just can't read the market today.
Yeah.
We're reading it good.
Reading it good. If you can get any sort of push down.
The G7 draft statement. Israel has the right to defend itself. Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. That is the draft statement to come out of G7.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Now you got to worry about, those didn't quite clear those 6103.50 orders. I'm still interested around the 6100 level. That's still kind of my spot. I want to see it come back and test. We got to 610125 has been our low or close to it. If you get above here, I mean, we've got clear, if you're looking at volume profiles, we got clear room to move. Probably up to 6108 or so. Just a looking. Just a looking. I do have a Take Private Trader account that it's only got like $100-something left on it. And Roy knows I brought this thing back from it was $34, and now we're $150 now. So I did take it along at 6103 on it, and my exit, I'm only in one. I'm just trying to get 6107.75. That gets me $25 on it. And you know what that does? That gets me another day.
Mm-hmm.
We continue to do that. Guess what that does? That gets us down. Eventually, we work this thing all the way back up. If we're not taking stupid chances, we're taking profit. We keep a good stop. Keep your risk reward, your risk management in check. Well, guess what? This account will be taking a payout in a few weeks, and you'll be looking back like, remember that account was $34? I'm doing this one. Typically, I would just like throw some more in there and like, look, it's either fixing to go, and I'm going to make this up or I'm not. This one, I don't know. Take it personal. And my goal is to grow this account back up and get a payout out of it. So we'll see if it happens. And it's going to take, look, this will not be this might take a month or two, right? If, doing $20 this day, $50 this day, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to overtrade it. I'm just going to take what I see when I can see it, get what I can get out of it, and move on. It is like $10 up now, so I'm going to move my stop up to break even on it. So the trade will not turn red on me, no matter what happens.
That's all you can ask for.
Might not mean a lot to a lot of people, but it means a lot to me to grow it back up. So that's my goal. CBD is growing to 4,000. Well, your premiums are doing stupid stuff on Tide, but I mean, your volume's just chucking along, dude.
Yeah.
Volume just like, hey, yeah, you know what? We don't care what you're saying. We're just gonna keep just going in our direction. We got 106 orders now. We got 94 orders sitting at 6105.75. So we're fixing to go up there and see. We had a big green bubble and it ate every one of them. So that was unexpected there. It's really weird now you're seeing this without these damn without these bot orders everywhere. This just taking some getting used to. You have 104 6108. A little drop in volume. Yeah, it's a little drop. Is he gonna do your thing where yep, exactly. Drops and holds because you said something.
Yep.
You brought attention to it, Roy. CBD is creeped back up to 4,200.
Yeah, Periscope wise, you are still holding this green gamut 6045 SPX. Can't quite break this 6050, but you can see this big purple positioning for 6060 above. So that tells me it could be a magnet up there eventually. Doesn't mean it won't dip and could go the long way and get up there. I think that corresponds with this little trend line I have. It's a 1 hour trend line. So
yeah, those little nothing crazy. I just really want this thing to pop. Just 6108. Yeah, that's all I need. That gets me out of this little trade over here. Makes $25, and we're good to go there. We're not far away from it. Really not far away from it now. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. You're a point away from it. Or you was. Oh, I got faith. Oh, man, you're right there below. You're a tick off of it. A tick off of it. There it is. There's $25 in the bank.
ooh.
Like I said, that's not great, but you know what? That counts now almost $200 up. So we get to 300, so we can take this one lot to 2 lots, right? And start moving that up a little more. Oh, this thing's really going to piss me off because I took a nap. Why are we taking something else?
2 hours left.
I got 1 hour left, Bubba.
Bum, bum, bum. Trump has not signed off on the Israel-Iran G7 statement yet. Sources are saying. Good to know. It just really, I mean, in all honesty, like to trade it over here and trade it with some actual decent size. We have not had the best pullback opportunities to get back in. We had one here. Of course, then we made $100 on it, but that was only on one account. Trading this way makes me want to go back and copy trade, Roy. No, I don't need to copy trade. So,
yeah, don't do that.
I hate trading these one at a time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's trade. Let's change. Now we're changing. Keep it ready in case I want to buy. I'm ready to buy. I got my bracket order set over here in case it does give us the move I want to see. You got 6114 lighting up to the upside too. That could be a target to eventually hit, Roy.
Yeah, I would say you're probably going to get a little bit of a weakness here. I wouldn't be surprised. You're grabbing 6050 here on SPX, which seems to be a little vaulting spot, which is right here. So we are fighting that right now. So now we want to see what it does. Is it going to come right back down or is it going to go back up? The 1 minute chart has us approaching that trend line pretty quick. You're seeing a little weakness here.
See, Roy calls it weakness. I call it pullback. There's a complete, you kind of, you make me feel like, yeah, I don't know if I would call this a weakness. I see.
Yeah, I mean, you are getting definitely a pullback, a miney pullback. I guess I weight pullbacks more than weakness. if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't see a weakness yet. And look, everybody just realized today is a lower volume day. Volume is not stupid crazy so far this morning. So just realize that does typically favor the bulls. I would love a little move back here because typically what you get this pop at 10 most times when the European session closes. So you'd want to see a little pullback to line up to give you a good entry to take a long here. It's just not given enough of a pullback, in my opinion, so far. It's given these little baby pullbacks. And I mean, hell, maybe this is how you got to trade today with this volume. I don't know. I'm going to wait a minute and see. I'm still wanting to get to this 6,100 level. I want to see it come down and test the 8. If it comes down and test the 8, and then I see what I want to see over here, I'm going to take a long. And this one, in a couple of accounts. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not going to be just one account. It's going to be a couple of accounts.
Little weakness here.
What you call weakness? Drives me crazy. You're going to do it on purpose.
Well,
just everybody knows you're going to do it on purpose now.
Type of troll that I am. 104. So as I said, you did have that kind of stop sign a bit on that gamma. 60-50 on SPX was going to get some sort of selling, take profit, just psych level. So not a surprise that we did kind of not rip right through it. And you have this pillowy support here. But just you got to see where it wants to stop as support. This makes the most sense, like Monty said, that 8. It is a pretty wide ribbon. Obviously, I'm zoomed in a bit here. But if it breaks that, it could get all the way down to anchored VWAP, which would be a hell of a drop. Almost like 12 points from here. So you're getting a little bit of a short signal on the 5-minute. Reversal candle forming on the 10-minute. Same on the 15. And on the 1, you have that curl. So I do like Monty's spot. 6,100 would be kind of where I would be looking at. But I don't know if it'll get down there.
I think we just missed it right here. I had my finger on the trigger. I just wasn't ready to pull it yet. I mean, it got down. I'm looking at 6,102 here on Bookmount, and that's kind of where we got and where we bounced at. You got a few orders. Now, they move those orders around a little bit, but we'll see.
Boy's got the volume up like 40. And it's a very smart tactic to get me to get up. Let me check on him real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I think I just missed my spot, boys and girls. I want to take it down here, but I just didn't. We got a little room. I want to pull it back a little bit. 6,102, I think, is going to be a good spot if we can get there. I just don't think we're going. We got there, and I just hesitated. Well, we will see if it comes back to me. It ain't looking promising so far. I did get in. I had an order and take private trader, so we got in on take private trader. We're up like $40 right now. Goes back up to the high, and then we'll have another decent 150 point move. So I'm sorry, I'm moving orders around. Oh, what is? I hate parallels. I don't know why. It just pops random stuff up all the time. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's look here. All right, we're going to get the look I'm looking for. And it's going to miss my order. There it is. So we're not really trying to get $300 from this one. If it could pop right above that 10. Don't know if it can pop above 10. We do have orders up higher, but
CBD is 40. Oh yeah, you are. You're in.
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna move this back up, and I'll trail it if it goes up. We got orders at 14, right at 15. So we'll go right below 15 if it does want to move back up. It could pop this breakdown and go to 6,100, Roy. That is a very distinct possibility here. You're seeing some big bubbles pop in down here, kind of pop it back up. They are trying to hold this, it looks like. CBD's 4,500. This is just a straight up book map trade here, guys. So I don't know if it's going to work out or not. Right now, we're down a tad bit in the take profit trader account right now. We have not stopped out, and we are right at flat, down a little on this one. So I want to see we've got some support here where a lot of orders have been. So a lot of orders have been filled. So we're just seeing if we can get a little move back up. I'm hesitant here. I probably should have waited. I just don't like we can get news. I think Trump and Prime Minister Carney are going to meet ahead of the G7 summit. So that comes up here soon. Who knows what can come out of that? He's going to say something about the 51st state. It's going to piss him off, Carney off, and then who knows what happens from there, right?
I think in person they'll be better. He didn't do it to him when he came to the White House.
Yeah.
You know, that was pre-Taco though, when he found out Taco existed.
I don't know if anybody saw any of these stupid No King protests. Did y'all see Trump's tweet Sunday morning? Did you see that, Roy?
Yeah.
Or his Truth post where he said, "Hey, thank you guys for going out and protesting No King's protest. I was worried for a minute that the king was going to overtake me as president." But I woke up this morning, I was still president, so y'all did a good job. Thank you. And I was like, oh, that is just the biggest dig you could ever do with those folks, dude. You just told them to kiss your entire ass without telling them to kiss your entire ass. I was talking to my son. I don't get the No Kings protests because we are in America. I mean, we have no kings. No matter what Trump does, people that are scared that he's going to do something, he can't do anything that's outside of it. I mean, we've got laws and reasons for stuff, right? We have a constitution. We have laws that are not going to let him stay president forever and become a dictator. That's just, it's not going to work. That's not how, we're not really a democratic state. We're more of a republic, right? People confuse that a lot, that democracy and that, but it's not really what we are, not what we found it off of.
I think the labeling was improper. My only fear, not saying it's side of the protesters or anybody really, it's just I don't like an attempt of consolidation of power, and I don't like branches using their power free-nilly, but I also like the checks and balances that are in place from the judicial, from the legislative, and from the executive. So
there's a Supreme Court that will never allow some of the stuff that a lot of the people are fear mongering about happen. I mean,
well, this kind of goes back to the Obama administration as well, as wielding emergency power to circumvent these checks and balances. It just seems like it's gotten amplified since he kind of introduced this kind of quote unquote loophole that certain things are being able to get passed through it.
There's still a Supreme Court. Like you see some of the stuff he's tried to do, Supreme Court is shot down quickly. No matter what kind of state of emergency we're in, like the birthright citizenship, right? He's like, hey, first thing I'm gonna sign is do away with birthright citizenship. The Supreme Court came right out and said, no, you can say you can call it whatever you want to. We're keeping birthright citizenship. It's there. It's constitutional right.
Yeah, but I think what rubs the people the wrong way is then him attacking the Supreme Court.
He can attack the Supreme Court all he wants to, and it does absolutely zero good. That's the point of it. That's the reason we have checks and balances. That's the thing.
But I guess the people that then support the attacks.
That's what drives me the craziest the most is when people are like fear mongering. Like it's on both sides. This is not a political one way or the other.
No.
The right side does it with they're going to take your Second Amendment rights. They are never taking your Second Amendment rights. You're never losing your Second Amendment rights. The Supreme Court will uphold your Second Amendment rights throughout, unless we have an overthrow of our government, which I don't see happening anytime soon. If we have an overthrow of our government, that's a completely different story, right? That's neither here nor there. We've got a lot more other problems besides just that. I think if that's the case, you're not going to let them take your guns anyway. So here we go, right?
Yeah,
we can debate back and forth. That and then the other side with they're going to take women's rights, health care rights away. No, they're not. And now they're like, well, they're going to take your Medicaid away. No, they're not. If you need Medicaid, you're going to be on Medicaid. Period. If you need Social Security, you're going to get Social Security. If you need, it's like, yes, do they want to cut some out? Absolutely. Because if you go look at it, look at the fraud that's in there, right? I mean, that's my biggest thing. Like, I saw people protesting this weekend, and they had a lot of them had signs that reinstate the USAID immediately. And my question then be why? What does it do that benefits you as an American? Because there was so much corruption and like I said, it goes both sides, right? It was all about money. There was so much money going out. Believe me, if they were sending money to everybody got upset, they're sending all this money to Iraq for the gay Sesame Street or where the hell it was. There was somebody that was in that money that was getting paid money. And the reason that money was going there, they were doing stuff for themselves. And that's our government. That's a lot of our government. That's what needs to be cleaned up. That's why I didn't really understand everybody that was so anti-Doge thing. Like, well, they don't have the right. Well, we have the right. We have the right to look and see where our money's being spent at, right? I mean, that's part of our process of being Americans. And just to turn a blind eye to it and be like, well, you know what? They're doing right. We don't know. Like, well, you don't know because you're not looking. Let's dig into it and see. Roy, see what you started.
See, yeah, this is good. This is good because it distracts us from. We got another visitor. What's up, bro?
Hours.
How many hours? Yeah. We don't have hours. We probably got like 10 more minutes.
After this, you have a phone call?
Yeah, I got a phone call after this, but that's all right.
Is that going to be a while?
No, it's not going to be a while. Anything you want to say to anybody?
Hey, what's up, dude?
They say what's up. No, you want to take the phone? Okay.
Look, now you put those on. You got to speak to everybody. You got to say hey to the millions and millions of people watching around the world.
What's he saying about that? What's he saying about
that? So loud.
It's too loud.
I thought you had to say hey to the millions and millions of people around the world.
Yeah,
that were watching.
Millions of
people. I wish
it
was that case.
All right. I need you to cut out of here like USA.
No.
I know. All right, we're almost done. We only got 10 minutes. Set your timer for 10 minutes.
We don't have much. Yeah.
Let's set that for 10 minutes. Don't stick my dad.
I want to short here, Monty, but I'm not going to short here. But I want to short
you do
here.
What you think you need to do, bro?
Well, I don't want
to do what you think you need to do.
The problem I have with I don't like the weakness. Sorry. I don't like the overextension, I should say, in this. But it can clean all this up just by flagging up here. Yeah, that is a mighty thick green ribbon to get through. We got all Mag 7 green. The one red thing on the damn chart is the one swinging.
What is it? What? I can't see it. What is it?
382 MicroStrategy.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that. And that is not looking too great, but
No,
everything else is looking really good.
Yeah, don't eat all that trash, man. Just one. Buddy.
Good thing is I've made enough money Friday on it, so this thing could actually go to zero, and I'm still getting on it. So I'm fine.
Goodness gracious, some of these are moss.
Did you take any profit at all?
No,
of course not.
Well, we're good. I like to play. Now the for me it's hold until Tuesday at least. I was trying to sell half today. I didn't quite hit my sell order.
Why are you holding until Tuesday? What's your purpose on Tuesday?
So I've done this trade a lot, like the last 4 weeks, and Monday you get the initial pop, slight dip in the middle of the day, and then a rip up at the end of the day, and then Tuesday at the open, it gaps up. It just seems to be like that. Oh, not everything's so bad kind of deal. And then by Wednesday, it all goes to poop.
Have you looked at the open interest still on it? What's the open interest on those plays? On the flow that we had, I'll look for you.
Open interest is 44K.
Depends on which one you're in. So I'm looking at the 90 and the 9250. The 9250 is still at 20, almost 29,000. So open interest is really good there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and anybody that doesn't know this, these trades have been pretty much just a straight up flow trade, right? Flow's been flowing in on it. Mm-hmm. You get in, you try to take advantage of what you can, and then you get out, right? It popped enough for me Friday where I was $100 up in per contract. So I had 5, I took 4 off and left 1. So this thing can go to zero now, and I'm still positive on the trade overall. So I almost had a decent little pop there, Roy.
I agree.
And then just died out a little. Yeah, CBD's gone over 5,000. What I showed a minute ago when you was talking about you wanted to go short, it's still playing out. This volume is creeping back up. You had your big bubbles down here to kind of push it up a little. I want to see 6108. If we get back up to 6108, I'm gonna move this stop loss up to the green, and then I'm going to. I should have done it earlier, just it would have stopped me out there, but we would have had a green trade anyway. I probably should have went on done. Oh, I don't like this move back here. What happened? Where did that little come from? Let's see if we got any news to cause that little drop. That's a pretty quick little drop there. EU Energy Commission will not offer compensation to countries for phasing out Russian gas. Okay. Proposal to ban Russian gas will equate to a force majeure on a Russian contract. I don't even know what that word. I don't know if I said it right. You're still UK's Prime Minister Slarmer. Wow, in the Middle East. I do believe there is consensus on de-escalation at the G7. UK's Prime Minister Slarmer. Slarmer, that's a horrible name. Stormer. Sure. I will discuss the trade deal with Trump today. U.S. military moves refueling tanker airplanes to Europe. Gives Trump options in the Middle East. I was talking to a guy one day that's in the. We're not going to say what he's in. We're just going to say I was talking to a guy one day. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, like, if anything ever happened, like in America, we saw, like, where Iran's bombing Israel. Iran, let's say something like that tried to happen to America. And then they tried to bring ground forces in right after, or you had, planes coming, whatever. Mm-hmm. What is the average time it takes for a plane in the air or missiles in the air to interact with something? He said the long average is 15 seconds. anywhere in the country at any time. A plane can be on you within 15 seconds. That's the longest it should take, is 15 seconds. Think about that. There are planes, there are fighter jets in the air all the time around America that nobody ever knows about. Ready to go. I'm talking about loaded to the T's, ready to fight. I don't like this move here, Roy.
Yeah.
I think we might be pushing to get back now. We got the rounded off top here, right?
Yeah.
You did make a higher high here, but then you came back. If we break below here, you make a lower low finally. Looks like we're fixing to get. There it is. There's your lower. Oh, well, it's your lower low on this one. I don't like the lower lows forming. This thing could come back. And it could pop back up. CBD's holding 5,000. That is very interesting. You don't have big order buying in this spot. You had a, let's see what that was on that one. Oh, you just had some pop in there. So you had 52 on one previous. You just had 79 pop in orders that were bought up. So the positive side. You can actually click
1
on
minute.
this. Orders 33, 34.
The 1 minute chart's pretty interesting. You got this little sell signal came down, and you're battling this kind of spot at the top of the Bollinger Band, which falls in line with
big sale here, 56.
Yeah. You are entering this green ribbon.
And this next one you got turn green by 1. So the red bubble and the green bubble. Your red bubble, so your volume is not your volume. It's your difference between the two. So you got sales and buys, right? So if the sales are stronger than the buys, you're going to get a red one. And the buys are so forth. So you'll see different numbers. Like you'll see the orders move while you're going, like it goes up to 12, and it just went back down to negative 29 and went back up to 30. So you see orders popping in and out. What they're buying. I need to zoom out a little, get a little bigger, longer look, time frame look. 6,100 still seems like a spot that I don't know if it could break if it gets down there. I'm looking at book maps, so you guys, I know you don't see what I'm seeing. And then you do have a little issue back up around 6,106. Where you got some orders sitting up there now. And you got orders all over the place, actually, but we want to see these orders pop in here and move this thing back up a little. So there you go.
All right. I do have to get for my call in a minute. So I'm going to have to bounce here.
So you scheduled a call at 10 o'clock when we streamed at 10 o'clock? Is that how we work?
I didn't schedule it.
Y'all can see where we
stand. It was 45 minutes earlier than I moved it, to be fair.
You guys can see where we stand on the importance scale. All right, let's call. Anybody got any questions? Roy's got to go. So, Roy, you can hop off. I'll finish up with any questions anybody has.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Trade safe. I mean, it is just grinding up here. There's not really much signaling up or down. So just trade safe, please.
Yeah, I still look. All right, Roy, we'll see. I'll catch you later on the Discord.
Take it easy, brother. Bye.
Yep. Bye. Still looking forward to get back up to that 6108 this high. Would love that. We'll go up there and take that out. I guess we have no questions though. I'm gonna call it here too, because I got to do a couple things around here, and I got my boy. But if he ever wakes up, hopefully he'll want to spend some time with the old man. So we'll see. Other than that, guys, I think I'm going to call it here myself. So I will see you all later. Catch you tomorrow. Remember, short week, FOMC week, a lot going on. So anything could happen between now and Wednesday. But we will catch you all then. See you guys.